the biggest news was that they've probably greenlit a live-action Moana starring The Rock.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, yeah, I'll drop those chat topics in there again. Let's take a look if you've got any more. I loved Moana.
Moana was one of my most favorite films from Disney. I've watched it uncountable amounts of times.
And I thought The Rock killed it.
Yes.
Killed it as Maui.
Yes.
Right? That fool can sing.
Oh, absolutely. He's very talented. I want to know why we're doing live action
Keep in mind
of every film that we have had in the last 10 to 15 years.
So by the time it comes out, because they're just starting this now, it'll have been at least 9 or 10 years since the animated version came out.
Yeah.
What do you think is an appropriate amount of time to wait if you're going to try and do a live action remake?
I mean, I think it really depends on how well the original movie did in the first place. Like, if it is so well done that redoing it just feels like you're just scrubbing over it at that point, but I don't think that there's an appropriate amount of time that you should be doing.
You think it's just don't do it at all?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like there are other movies and other stories that could be retold in a better way that were not able to be presented, in the best way possible due to whatever constraints were at the time. So I think that instead of going through and basically just remaking the past 2 decades of movies over and over and over and over again in different styles, maybe we could look into some of the things that probably didn't hit off great but have potential and do that first. I'm getting fatigued. Like, I am fatigued from the nostalgia grabs.
This is actually interesting to me.
It's frustrating.
Well, no, and here's what's interesting to me. We talk about nostalgia grabs and them not doing new things. But the funny thing is they've released a lot of new IP in the last 5 years.
Like The Mandalorian.
And do you know who's gone to see it? No one.
No one. So do you think that that's how they're kind of keeping the...
They're keeping the lights on by nostalgia grabbing, but the fact of the matter is, like, Turning Red.
I loved that movie.
That movie was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right?
It was really
From
well
Disney.
done.
That movie Soul.
Yeah.
They
Yes, Soul.
Okay. And so this is where...
So basically they're kind of operating under the assumption that they have their tried and true, right, which will make money.
I think it's they're reacting to 2 things. They're reacting to, we put out new stuff and y'all just don't go watch it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, we've tried to put out, they got another one coming soon.
But how much do you see them market the new things versus the things that they're just recycling?
I see it because, again, my job for a long time has been to pay attention to these
Elemental.
things. Elemental's coming out from Walt Disney this year.
I'm really excited for that because that looks like some good animation.
That's this summer. Is it doing live action? I don't think that your theory about Kingdom Hearts 4 is correct. I don't think it's going to be an alternate reality doing live action remakes.
Okay, but I would kind of play that.
But who could say at this point with Kingdom Hearts?
With Kingdom Hearts, you just don't know.
It's okay.
Look, it's an anime in video game form.
Yeah,
It is legit just an anime.
If you've ever wanted to hear Alex go off on something that is 100% just like something he is passionate about, ask him about Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is great. Kingdom Hearts is phenomenal. So here's the only reason I say let's do the live action Moana. And it's the Robin Williams problem. Okay? And don't get me wrong, I think that Will Smith did a very serviceable job as the genie.
Yeah.
I think that I'm glad that he didn't try and just do a Robin Williams impression for 2 hours. I'm glad he tried to make it his own, right? You couldn't use Robin because Robin was dead, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I don't think anybody, whether it was Will Smith or anybody else they stuck into the role of the genie, was ever going to outperform what Robin Williams did in the original Aladdin. It was just never going to happen.
No.
So anybody they put in that role was screwed. And so I don't think it's fair to compare that. But with the case of Moana, The Rock is still alive.
Right, and he's just playing.
And this is my point: we don't have the Robin Williams problem. You don't want it to get to the point where The Rock can't play that role anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Because I really think that if you're going to do a live action, Ali'i Carvalho, who played Moana, she's only 21.
Right.
Right? So, okay,
Perfect.
we're good.
Yeah.
Right? Tamora Morrison,
Yep.
right? Good old Boba Fett is in Moana, right?
Yes.
He's the chief.
Yes.
Okay, let's bring Tamara in to be the chief. Okay, like I am down. Right? You've got The Rock still. Truthfully, I think it's a good idea. Okay, we're gonna leave that one alone. No one can out-rock The Rock. I really think that that's the truth. I can't think of any actor who could play that role with the type of energy that he has.
I am excited to see how they do it. I do feel like, you know, like in Onward was actually mentioned in chat. I feel like a lot of the attention and marketing and energy that we could be spending on like bringing up all of these new awesome movies that have really good concepts and really good animation is kind of just getting stamped on by, hey, we're doing this live action next, you know? Like,
again, like if people, here's the thing, the companies really do respond to, did you vote with your dollars?
well, yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
So
That's why
if
we
y'all
talk about
don't
that.
go see these movies,
Yeah.
they're just done. Like,
Right.
sorry. And if you spend $1 billion, you know, if they make $1 billion on Frozen 2, they're gonna make Frozen 3.
That's
like,
true.
that's the thing. Like, they decide. You all decide where these studios put their money, right?
That is how we got Pocahontas 3.
Well, that was also the 90s was bad for that stuff. All right. Although I will say the third Aladdin movie, the Prince of Thieves one,
That was one of my favorites.
that was actually a really good direct to video
Yes.
movie in the 90s. So that was great.
Oh, it says here on the internet that you haven't liked or subscribed or hit the notification bell, and that if you don't, the IRS is going to punch you in the dink.